The Formal Gamer, podcast for those with exquisite taste.
Welcome to Season 6 of The Formal Gamer. The University of Threadless has produced some peculiar pupils, but none more peculiar than Gorrus, Farven, and Sotru. They face an assignment unlike any other: to uncover the secrets of class and discover the origins of the dragon cults. Will they pass or fail? Will they live or die?
Hi guys, welcome to episode 1 of season 10. Jesus. Of the Formal Gamer podcast. Gorrus and Sotru and Farven are back, and this time it's not more personal, it's just more of them. And this first episode is literally insane. There are, I think early on, some little audio issues. Hopefully we get sorted out as we go on. The balancing isn't quite right early on, but it does get better. I do apologise for that. But more important than any of that is that you enjoy the episode.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Formal Gamer podcast. We are back, continuing a season with Gorrus, Farven, and Sotru.
It might be best, if you've not met us before, to go and listen to the first part called Season 6. Because otherwise you're going to be out the fucking loop for this one slightly.
But we will do our best to do a recap now.
Oh, indeed.
Right. So, I tell you what, shall we just jump right into it and speak to our individual characters, and then we'll go from where we met them to where they are now. So, who would like to go first?
I would. I am Gorrus Merryweather. I am a bullywug, which means mainly frog. Grew up in the swamps of the Sohu Peninsula, but my family, tribe of bullywugs, were converted to the religion of Cord by brave halflings. Many halflings were eaten by the bullywugs, but these ones we listened to and went, alright, we'll give it a go. I'm the first bullywug to go to university. I'm the first to do a lot of things. I'm the first not to poo on the floor. I used the toilet once. So really, I'm a trailblazer. I try and be as friendly to everyone and uphold the directives of Cord. Love water, love mud, love pigs. Was really like a better night's sleep at some point. Like really, it's been an exhausting journey so far. Not doing so well at university, academically speaking.
Got a 36 in your final exam.
Just watched a bit of spit fly out my mouth that went absolutely vile. This voice is wet.
Which
36, yeah, and if I got 1 mark less, I would have been kicked out.
Yes, which would have caused some issues for the story and such like.
I would have just carried on regardless.
Yes, I suspect that might have happened.
And I'm at university with my best friend, who is called Farven Tarquin, and he, for a while, was my only friend.
Yes, and which brings us to one of your colleagues or friends at the university.
I'm the colleague, Farven Tarquin.
Both of whom have come to the end of your first year. Farven, you did slightly better academically than Gorrus, didn't you? Yes.
Well, there's still an issue that I need to report to the Dean of mismarking. I obviously should have got in the high 90s.
No, well, rather than the 54 that you were apportioned.
That's probably someone else's mark. It's probably Gwen's mark, I imagine. So, yes, I'm Farven Tarquin. I'm a beautiful Eladrin. Normally Eladrin study at Feather Fail, however, because I was so amazing, did so well at university at Feather Fail, and because I also quite heroically...
This is not a scam.
...saved the university by burning away a bunch of owlbears. Some of the university was destroyed at Feather Fail, but they reopened. However, they wanted to send me out into the open world. Again, I am also a trailblazer.
Probably quite true, that last bit.
Well, yes. So, yes, it's weird, because being a very noble and prestigious Eladrin, out in the world, I thought I would probably get a lot of respect. I thought I would probably get even more respect than I get in Felafel from other Eldrins, but out here humans don't really respect me. They don't really treat me with the reverence they should.
They've been disrespecting you.
They have, and quite frankly, it murks me off quite a lot.
Yeah. It's nothing to do with your obnoxious personality or anything like that.
Alright!
And your obnoxious hygiene.
Alright.
And what this means is it means I'm stuck with the toad. I'm stuck with the toad and the rock monster.
Well, we'll come to the rock monster in a bit. But the two of you had...
Called Dwayne Johnson.
The two of you had reached the end. You had just about scraped through to the second year of university. The way that the University of Eolas works is that you are given an assignment over summer to confirm your mark. It's sort of like a last piece of coursework for the academic year.
I really need a good grade.
Gorrus really needs a good grade. You had... The way the university works, you go off in a pair of three and then you are apportioned a subject matter to look into and create a report on, ready for the second term or second year at the university. You have been given the rise, in inverted commas, of dragon cultism. The rise of dragon cultism in the region of Class. You have been sent out to investigate that. However, being that there's only two of you, and that no one else would work with you, and there was no one left to work with you, one of the masters, the principals of the university, has given you a third person to your party.
Person?
Well, if we come to that third player individual... Hi, Robin! Wake up!
I was waiting for you to finish.
The long pregnant pause wasn't clue enough.
I can tell you the pause was exactly 2.5 seconds long.
Which is quite a long time when you're waiting.
Sotru, a construct who spent 100 years in a dusty office because he was brought to life by one of the professors.
Master Ganti, I have written down.
Yes, and then the professor walked out the door after telling him to stay put, had a heart attack.
No.
And he was waiting for 100 years until the next professor woke him up.
I mean, but just tell me about it. Did the professor just lie on the floor for 100 years? Is there a skeleton on the floor? Or did...
Oh no, they found the professor, the dead body, but they just didn't look in the lab.
Oh, it's very, very polite.
Obviously, a lot of resources wasted at this university.
Public money always being wasted.
Education, so not worth it.
So the professor thought it was a good opportunity to send out Sotru to learn about the world by joining Gorrus and Farven. He's read a number of books, an encyclopedia to get a little context of the world.
He's quite a blank slate, isn't he?
He is.
Almost like a newborn.
Yeah, definitely. But also with the intelligence enough to kind of learn quite quickly about the world around him. But very potentially gullible and open to heavy influence from the other two.
Gorrus isn't that heavy.
It depends how much water he's retained.
Oh, yeah, that's right. There's normally 10 gallons of water behind me.
Ready to go!
Always ready. Preparing spell.
So
Give us an example. So last season, the way we did it, because you were effectively a newborn child, basically learning, we said that when you read books or are told things by Gorrus and Farven, you take that to heart and almost learn from it. So give us an example of some of the books that we read last season, or you read last season.
Sure. So
that have now affected your personality.
Massively. And obviously, as I read those books, if they are in conflict or some of the influence of the other guys are in conflict, then I start to question what I'm learning and kind of grow and evolve a bit that way. So the first book read was How Cleanliness Leads to a Better Soul.
Which made you a bit OCD about cleaning.
Yes.
And, yeah.
I was having to wash my moss regularly.
That's the excuse I used to give my mum used to walk in quickly. I'm not washing my mum!
Then we had Magic the One True Sin.
Which kind of didn't work with Farven.
Yeah, which was obviously a bit of a contrast to the people I was with, and obviously what had kind of created me. So that was an interesting one for me. Melwood Bazaar's Guide to Trapping Game, which was quite fun, building traps.
We had to trap a lot of animals to ask them what the fuck was going on.
Oh yes, I remember you trapped a rat, which then bit.
Oh, no, it was stuff about him. That's it. Oh, will you tell us where this is? Yeah, we will. All right. You just take a little circle, don't you? Yeah. Fuck off.
And then the current book I'm reading is Avar Tinklewood's Guide for Dealing with Naughty Children, but I'm only partway through that, so
Okay.
still some to learn.
Right. Well, the three of you set off. You had rather.
Oh, and also I've adopted Gorrus's god, Cord.
Ah.
Very
He's wrapped
interesting.
the towel round his head in the way that I have my holy book wrapped around my head. It's not quite the same.
Stone
Is
construct with a towel wrapped around his head.
A Threadless towel in like a headband. And all wearing black furs, so we look badass. Also, you're wearing someone else's trousers because you got sick on your trousers. Guys.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. So the three of you set off. You were given a gold purse to spend as you will.
Oh, we got a lot of gold.
Yeah.
We got whole towns full of gold.
Yes. Well, you
Now
spent
we do.
that. You went on your way. You came across some wolves, a bear, an eagle, some marauders. You made your way
Did
to
you come across an eagle?
an eagle,
vulture.
vulture. Sorry.
I was
right.
thinking, I remember the Rock pub,
Yes.
the Rock
Yes.
on the Rock.
Oh yes. And then
We got banned from an army base.
yes, you did. So you got to the region of Class and you investigated. You spoke to the mayor of the region, Mayor Zalka, who admitted that there had been a slight resurgence in dragon cultism in the area, but was absolutely adamant that the matter had been dealt with. And when you investigated further, it seemed as if it had. The dragon cultists appeared to have been rounded up in an army base. You went there, you spoke to their leader, who was called Salim, who admitted, yeah, she'd been a dragon cultist, fancied worshipping the dragons and stuff. But one of the...
Fancy, right? Oh, no, I fancy. Worshipping a dragon.
Oh, yeah, I can go for a bit of that. Oh, I just go for a little bit of dragon worship right now.
Oh, that really pushes my buttons. So, you explained to her, one of the group there that was imprisoned didn't really seem to fit in, and that was a chap called Hamish, who used to be one of the sort of leader of one of the northern towns where the cultists had been rounded up. You spoke to him, and he admitted that he had used a woman by the name of Una of Class, and who was a blood mage, to round up the group. He had sort of tasked her with doing it because he had failed ultimately to find
Well, that's going
these
to go
people.
down well.
Did not go down well in the region where the people go to work and go home happy, and that's
Yeah,
their
catchphrase.
They're all
So-
Midlanders, aren't they?
yeah. So that seemed a bit weird. He sort of said, she's harmless, really. Nothing had come of it. I just needed to sort the problem, or I was under pressure from the mayor. I was going to lose my job. But that sort of fitted in with how these cultists had been rounded up. They all appeared to have just walked themselves into the centre of town and given themselves up. This has caused stories, and Hamish had been investigated and arrested. So, you then followed that trail, went up to Lasvik, the northern town, on the way investigated areas, and you went to go find Una of Class. You went to her home in the forest, and you couldn't find her. You spoke to some animals, including a couple of pigs, Ramto.
Witnesses.
Yep, Ramto and Mary, his beau Mary.
Former bow.
Former beau, yes, before he met Gorrus, obviously. You found out that it appeared Una had been murdered by town's guardsmen who were last seen moving off back towards the town, the central town of the region. You then went back to Lasvik and found... Oh, in fact, sorry, I apologise. Mary also told you that she had seen Una essentially rise from the dead. And obviously you were a bit weirded out about this. Went back towards the town, and lo and behold, the entire population appeared to have disappeared, save for a couple of people. One man who was incredibly drunk, another who was deaf. You again followed the trail, this time with a collection of animals, some dogs, sheep, some horses, and you went up into the mountainous region towards... You followed the path of where all the footfall from the people of the town appeared to have gone. You were set upon by a troll, and we left you, having battled the troll and deciding that...
Tactically retreated from the troll.
Tactical withdrawal was the better form of valor and strategy. When rounding the corner, you saw a half-dragonborn, half-tiefling lady wearing a flowing, flowery dress, walking around the corner singing. Unfortunately for the group, all but one of you, including the troll, succumbed to what appeared to be a very, very powerful sleep spell. One of you was left standing, Farven.
The most powerful?
The most powerful.
Did the animals fall asleep?
You haven't looked yet.
Interesting. Yeah, I'm asleep.
You haven't.
Bye!
However, we rejoin, I believe, listeners can correct me, but I think it was early evening or late afternoon or something like that. With the sun beautifully setting near the mountain as this lovely lady comes round the corner singing. And I believe we left it with her saying, "Oh, a mage, how wonderful," with Farven pushing rags into his ears to stop himself succumbing. Yes. My dear, what are you doing so far up this mountain? And it's wonderful to speak to someone with the wherewithal to be able to stand on his own 2 feet in front of me.
Una, I presume? I'll be looking for you.
Indeed, you have me at a disadvantage. Not a gameplay disadvantage, but a disadvantage, my dear. Who are you?
My name is Farven Tarquin. I am from a prestigious house from Felafale.
Oh, an
One of the Eladrin, yes.
An Eladrin, indeed,
Yes.
I can tell. So rare to have you in this region nowadays. An elven... a mage, are you?
Yes, I am a mage in learning, but a powerful one at that. As you can see, I'm still standing. I have two of my apprentices here. You have them at a disadvantage, I will say, because quite frankly, it looks like I could do anything I want to poor Gorrus.
Well, you could, but would you want to? The toads are a fearsome breed.
I don't suppose we could wake them up by any chance.
No, I think they're enjoying the lovely ground as we are here. I think we'll leave them where we are. Well, where are you heading? Farven, Tarquin,
I was
of Thelathale.
all right. Don't show that. Well, we were really coming in the general direction of the mountains because we were looking. We were trying to deal with the matter of an entire village that's gone missing. I don't suppose you know anything about that.
Oh, the townspeople of Lasvik. Yes. I may have come across them in my travels. Not particularly nice to me were the town of Lasvik.
I mean, I can relate. Quite frankly, to their eyes, I should be a miraculous creature, a mage and an Eladrin. Something out of their storybook, something to be wondered and respected. However, when I walk around here, they sneer at me like I'm a piece of shit on their shoes.
I know the feeling, my dear Farven, I know the feeling.
I mean, I don't think that justifies capturing their minds and taking them from their villages. But then again, they didn't murder me, did they?
You have been rooting around, my dear Farven. What else do you know? What are you really here for?
I don't know.
Well, what's your question then, my friend?
What's your question? I don't know what I'm here for. I'm supposed to be here for a piece of university field trip. But I'm on top of a mountain, being chased by a troll, talking to a...
Not anymore. I've sorted that problem for you.
You have, but I suppose what I'm really here for is to get more powerful. I'm supposed to be learning at this university.
The power. The sea. Oh, fucking. What's the word I'm looking for? Journey 2? What's the word I'm looking for? You're looking for power.
Seeking.
I don't know.
Working toward.
Sorry, Una, who are you talking to? You were saying power, and I was well with you. And then you kind of looked up in the air and started talking to people.
The DM's had a moment there.
What were... I don't even know really what you're thinking of.
Anyway, you're looking for more power, my friend. Aren't we all? Do you feel that you've reached perhaps a ceiling in your learning? Are you being held back by your peers?
Farven looks down at Sotru and Gorrus on the floor, and he kind of stamps on Gorrus's tummy.
Hard?
Not super hard enough to try and wake him up.
Was that water fountains?
Gorrus, wake up! Well, it seems at the moment I am limited by my peers.
Leave the frog be. Leave the frog be. So, you're limited by your peers. As you can tell, I am comparatively powerful. Obviously, I don't appear to have had such an effect on you, but you aren't the only thing that has come to block my wishes recently. I appear to have reached a ceiling of my own. I have a little problem. Perhaps we can come to an arrangement, as it were. You help me, and I will help you. You mentioned the local population of Lasvik. Perhaps we might be able to find them and bring them back to their local town, to live their boring, solitudinal lives. Fancy it?
I mean, that's what I was supposed to be here for, I suppose. It's tracking down all the dullard villagers.
Okay. Well, you might know, or you may not know, this region was once the scene of a very large battle between a powerful mage called Torfidus and a combined force of arcane wizards from the universities, one including such as your own, the University of Eolas. They came here, trapped the powerful Torfidus, and killed him. This is now where his tomb lies. I seek something from inside the tomb which your brethren from the university have sealed up. It appears, although I am wont to say it, beyond my ability to get through the barriers that they have put in place in this tomb.
They don't respond to singing, then?
No. It appears that something in me really just can't make it work. I suspect that it needs someone of your kind to open them. I can lead you there. If you can lead me into the final resting place of Torfidus in this tomb, then perhaps the population of Lasvik can be returned to their households, comparatively unscathed.
So, like, the vibe I'm getting is that you basically stolen them and keeping them hostage?
Well, I needed a bargaining chip, really, didn't I? The mayor's soldiers have, as you apparently already know, have already killed me once. They know where I was from, where I was living, and where my interests lie. It wouldn't take too much of an intelligent person or group to work out where I have been focusing my attentions, that being the mountains up here. I needed a bargaining chip, so if they come to me, I can protect myself. You can understand, I'm sure.
Yes, I can't judge you for that.
And at the end of the day, I've done what they asked. It seems rather mean of them to come and get me afterwards.
Yes, I would agree with that as well. So, I will certainly go look at this tomb, but I think if I'm going to do it, I'm going to need my servants. But at the moment, they're as good as rocks.
As good as rocks, and she looks at Sokru at that point. Sokru, yeah.
I like that.
She looks at Sokru. Yes. Well, I'll tell you what. I have some, let's say, things to attend to. And she reaches into her sort of flowing dress. So what she's wearing is sort of, think Sound of Music, long flowing white dress. She's got a very thick, heavy, flowery scarf, which is wrapped around her neck and hangs down, almost like you see in a priest wear in a church. You know, when they do the blessing when someone gets married. Is that what it's called? A stole? Oh, you do come up with some very good words. You're on your way to getting a point.
I'm surprised that you know anything about RE.
It'd be a weird thing for me to know.
Yeah.
There's another, that Stole's the classic one. There's a long one that has a different name. I don't know that name.
This one not quite as ornate as you might find in the church, but of a similar sort of thickness and variety. She's wearing that. Her skin, a very red, sort of quite weird, deep red, olivey sort of colour. If you can imagine that, it's a bit of a weird mix that, but the sort of tiefling and the dragonborn mixing together there. So she says, I have some things to attend to. And she reaches into her dress. She takes out a small bag and she hands it to you. She says, take these. You might find that gives you a little bit of a kick of power and perhaps might waken up your friends as well in the meantime. And with that, she hands it to you to take it. Yeah? Mm-hmm. She takes it and she starts walking up the hill.
Farven watches her as she goes.
Yep, she goes, and as she reaches the corner, she sort of turns around and looks at you and shouts, "Oh, and you might want to have a look at controlling your pig before he wakes Mr. Grumpy up over there," and goes round the corner.
So I turn round. What's Ramto doing?
Ramto is headbutting the troll in the face. He's standing there taking he's like going back like 3 paces and then running up and hitting the troll in the face. Take this, have this, and this, and this, and this. Heather, come help me. And you see the sheep sort of run up and then the sheep starts running up.
I cast Gust on Ramto.
Okay. Hang on, but which way though? So are you trying to blow him away or blow him into
away from? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's got to succeed in this strength saving throw.
Yeah.
Get past 15.
He does.
Ramto, bloody stop it!
Have this, Heather. Come to me. Let's go again. And him and Heather are like yo-yoing. They basically yo-yoing and headbutting. Headbutting the troll.
I get one of these things out.
So
I don't know what it is.
You take them out. They basically look like, if you imagine like an olive oil capsule. Yeah, but like a little bit bigger. You're not sure whether they're supposed to go in the mouth or whether they're suppository, but
it's going to go in the mouth. With Gorrus, you just rub it on his skin and he absorbs it.
I'm semi-permeable.
So,
I put that in him, and I also get out some of his.
So
dust
looking
pouch.
at them, they've got a so it's like an olive oil capsule with a translucent outside, and the inside you can see it's a very shiny and sort of almost like a luminescent quality to what's inside of it.
Ooh. Lovely.
Well, I don't really regard it too much. I just shove it in Gorrus's mouth. I look at his pouch where he has.
Do you split it or do you just leave it in there?
I just leave what in his mouth.
Yeah. So what's inside?
Crack it open.
Do you crack it open or do you just put it inside his mouth?
Oh, I would just put it inside his mouth.
Okay, you put it inside his mouth. Yep.
I look at his pouch across his body and look for the magic dust that he has.
Yep, the magic. Yeah.
I take some of that out and I just pour that over his face and rub it into his face.
What
Okay, he you can see his skin start to redden as if the blood is going into his face.
Come on, Gorrus, wake up and tell that fucking pig to stop ramming the troll!
Yep, nothing really happens.
Oh god, right, I open his mouth up.
Yep.
Is the thing still in there?
Yeah, it is. It's sort of cut. It's sort of left next to his tongue, which I assume is quite lengthy. Quite a lot of tongue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I go, oh Jesus, must be one of those other ones. And I summon Jeeves.
Right.
I cast Unseen Servant.
Okay. Yeah.
And I tell Jeeves, take out the pill. Take the pill out. The magic pill.
Okay, and Jeeves, who is your unseen servant, your sort of translucent butler.
Yes.
And he takes the pill out.
Jeeves,
Gorrus is sort of gives a little.
Jeeves, you're not going to like it, but we can't have that troll wake up. I'll turn him over. You take the trousers off. I turn Gorrus over. Farven uses his stick he has to just angle him over.
Oh my god!
I knew what you were going to do with that stick.
Right, okay. Yeah, Gorrus is on his back, bum in the air. I see.
Done.
I'm on my front, surely.
Sorry,
not my back.
sorry.
Doesn't make it more difficult.
Right, he's on his front, right?
Yeah. Has Jeeves taken the trousers off?
Yes.
Jeeves, it has to go up the bum. I don't give me that look, Jeeves.
I'm only practicing the sorrow.
Yeah, I don't think he does.
Right, Jeeves takes the pill. Well, the capsule rather, and I don't think we need to run.
Don't look at me! You're always putting me in this coma. This is the DM style, Emma.
It's for your own good, Gorrus. This troll's gonna eat us.
I mean, like, I just don't know whether I should make it roll for resistance.
There's no resistance.
It's already lubricated.
I'm a slime creature.
Oh God, Gorrus!
and
It's
the
gonna go up your bum.
okay, the pill goes up. Right, yeah.
Do I wake up?
No, Jeeves, massage the cheeks.
Oh, while this is going here, and that. Oh, that's it, Heather. I think we're gonna call. This is excellent, Heather. Well done. We're gonna call you Ramazon from now.
Have I got any food on me?
Food.
Yeah.
You've got some
I
rations.
get the
You
food
don't
out.
understand what the pigs are saying.
No, I'm
Yeah.
just for the
Right, is that for the benefit of the listener?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold some food out to Ramto.
All
To
right.
try and distract him.
Okay. Oh, what type of food? What have you got there in your hand? Well, you can't hear this, obviously. You just hear.
I'm holding out some
Holding out some
ham.
ham.
Yeah.
Oh, ham. Yes. Oh, Ramazan, come here with me.
And I start walking away from the troll.
Okay, yeah, he follows you.
And I start leading him over to Gorrus.
All right. Okay. Yep.
Don't put the ham in my bottom.
Right. Yep.
I'm not sure a pig would help the situation.
I motion next to Gorrus, like with the ham. I put the ham down next to Gorrus.
Okay. Yep. And Ramto goes over and yeah.
Luckily, there's a famously carnivorous sheep next to it.
Ramazan is sort of looking up at you expectantly.
Okay, good. I go, right, well, I look up. Is Una still there? Or is she gone?
No, she's gone.
Gone. I completely would have lost face if Una, the powerful blood witch, saw me trying to take this frog's trousers off.
She's like, no, just crack it open.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, God. Right, well, that's fine. Good. So, that's diffused. Okay, right. Let's work on Sotru. What's Sotru got?
So now, wherever
Where's
you're
There's no
walking,
bottom on Sotru.
wherever you're walking now,
Yeah.
Ramto and Ramazan are following you.
Fine, that's absolutely fine. I walk over to Sotru,
Yep.
and what's he doing? What colour are his eyes?
So, Gorrus sort of obviously fell down and went a bit floppy and fell down.
Yeah.
Sotru appears to have just sort of powered down. You know, like if you
still
imagine,
standing?
yeah, he's still standing and just appears to have powered down. His eyes appear completely blank.
Bloody hell, Sotru! I've never seen you like this before. Okay, we got to work out how we can get this power into you. We got it into Gorrus, all right. So I take out the another one of these beads or whatever.
Yep.
They are. I look at it.
Conveniently, you appear to have 4.
Wonderful. That's good.
4 or 3? Hang on, how many? Yeah, 3 of you. Sorry, 3.
I don't really know how I'm going to get it onto Sotru, so I'm just going to smash one on him.
On him, or yeah, okay.
Well, he doesn't eat, so that'd be
Yeah.
He still has a mouth,
does have
though,
a
doesn't
mouth,
he?
though, 'cause
Yeah,
yeah,
but we
Farven
said when he
tricked
ate
him
before,
into
he just felt like
Yeah.
something.
Well, he had a mouth to put the gravel in.
Yeah, you would.
Yeah, but it just fell.
Okay,
in.
well,
sure.
I'll look inside his mouth.
Mhm.
What's inside his mouth? Is there a hole in the back of the throat? Does it go anywhere?
I'm looking to you.
So if you open his
I remember
mouth,
didn't you eat something and then it was rattling around in your
did.
stomach last
Yeah,
time?
Yeah,
Okay.
he made him warm up gravel in a saucepan.
So yeah,
It's
he
like
just,
your babies.
I guess so. So he has a mouth and he could swallow, but it doesn't really go anywhere. It just kind of, I think it was just it melded into the body, or it could probably come out like when it's in your shoes.
Okay, I'm going to put it in his mouth and then try and make him chew with his jaws.
Oh, right, okay, yep, you put it in there. So he's got, let's say, a different type of stone for his teeth. There's also a very hard tongue. You put the capsule in there, and as you get his jaw, you're sort of a bit creaky, but you manage to make a sort of snapping noise, and you hear a sort of smash and a tinkle, and you see a little sort of wisp of smoke sort of emerge in his mouth, and then sort of almost just get absorbed by the skin around it, that being his head, and Sotru's eyes turn to a... What was your curious colour?
Yellow, was it?
I have confused, which is purple, which would be closest.
So the eyes would then start to go from a nothing to a dim purple, and then to a bright and a absolutely furious purple, if you can have a furious colour.
Red. Red is rage. If that's
No,
Oh,
not
okay.
rage, just purple.
Oh, okay.
So at this point, what I'll remind you, one of the first things I asked you to do when I asked you to create characters was to list me your absolute, your character's worst fear. Sotru, can you remember what yours were?
Mine was being put to sleep.
Right. Okay. So with that in mind, I'll let this play out however you see fit for your character.
So,
Gorrus, you're still, unfortunately, unawake.
That makes sense. No, I get the way down for the bottom acids to slowly break down at the dormitory cave. And I've got the biology of my anus. So I'm kind of cool with it. Although, Sotru might start smashing everything up. Gorrus is up for missing this.
So Sotru's eyes are open now. He's got purple, and his purple is going to turn into red.
Ooh.
Because it's dawned on him that he's probably been asleep, and he's
So your last memory is you were running up the hill with the troll behind you, and suddenly the colour of the sky has changed a little bit. It's got a bit darker, and you can't remember what's happened over the last, let's say, 3-4 minutes.
Sure. So that's the clues for giving me the realization that I've potentially been put to sleep, which has blasted me into a rage.
Right. And what do you do?
So I have no real sense of what's around me. So I'm just
There's one thing in front of you.
So I'm just going to attack. Because that's what I do in a rage.
Right.
So I will attack whatever is in front of me.
All wrapped up.
So, roll me a attack then, and I'll tell you what happens with it.
Okay. I got a 1.
Okay.
Yes! I'm a powerful wizard!
Better roll.
Here's the poison dice. I forgot to get the dice tower out. Shall I go get it?
2.
Something 2.
32.
32. So, Farven, a stone Morningstar fist comes directly out,
Jesus!
directly towards you, but due to his sort of sleepy stupor,
Jesus.
oh Jesus, it sails majestically and rather angrily over your head. I guess as we're in combat, it's your turn.
Bastard! I go, Sodru! What's going on? Don't be angry at me! I didn't do it! Look into my eyes! Not around the eyes! Into the eyes! Hypnotic gaze! You've got to roll to try and save against my hypnotic gaze.
Okay.
As in, yeah.
You'll be
It's a wisdom
15.
saving throw.
I'm not good at those.
I know. So I thought,
20!
Was that 20?
Yes,
Natural.
yeah.
So you resist the hypnotic gaze. Yeah, and you can have advantage on whatever your next action is.
Okay. So when I swung, did it kind of like move my direction at all? Because I got a 1, I swung quite terribly. Did I possibly
Yeah,
swing
let's say
round to another
you're
direction?
facing the wrong way.
Okay. So what would be in front of me? What would I see in front of me? Like, would I see anyone? Like, would I see Gorrus? Would I see animals? Would I see troll?
Let's have a look. Who is it? You would see a collection, basically the rest of the group, because Farven was a little bit further out. No, your speed was quite slow, wasn't it? So you'd have been further at the back of the group.
No, his speed's 40. His speed's massively fast.
Is it?
Oh, no, yeah, you're right. It's 40.
All right, so you'd have been at the front. No, everyone's in front of you. The
He
troll,
doesn't wear any armour.
the troll, Gorrus, all the animals, a collection of dogs.
Okay. Who's right in front of me? Still Farven, or?
No,
So it's-
Farven's the away from you.
Okay.
It's going to be either Gorrus or the troll.
Okay. Do you want to pick one?
Nope.
Okay. Then I will decide that it's probably the troll I see.
Why don't you roll a dice and give me a 50-50 on it?
Fair enough.
Is what I meant, not rather
Oh.
that you can choose.
Okay, so above 10 troll, below Gorrus.
Cool. Fine.
It's Gorrus.
So
what position is Gorrus in right now? He's basically...
He's prone on the floor. Are you on your back?
no, I'm on your front. I've got my bottom in the air. My trousers have been pulled down.
It's cold! Rub your mouth in!
So,
Get frostbite in the crack.
so, I'm going to, because his bottom is up, that's the biggest target.
This might smash the bill. I mean, swings around about it.
So,
I hate to be a downer, but we had taken quite a bit of damage, some of us, hadn't we? So you had damage. After looking at some character sheets, we can't actually find the exact amount, but we know that Sotru was on something like 3 or 4 health points left. He's pretty injured. Gorrus was at about half to 3/4 health, and Farven was remarkably...
My love note says 13, so I'm going to think 13. That's the best I've got on this sheet.
Right, so...
I think he can do 13 damage in one punch.
Oh, uppercuts to the anus. Damn.
I mean,
it's more of a downward
I
punch.
don't want to rub it in, but he's definitely got advantage as well.
Perhaps rubbing it in might have helped. Right.
Anyway, I'm putting up my
So,
hands.
So you had the 1, you've now got advantage, so roll 2d20.
20s, my friends. That gives him a 10% chance of getting a 20.
So, okay, here we go. I got a 1.
Okay. And a 2.
Oh my god, really? I can't remember what our rule was. You take the one, do you?
No, you
I
never on an advantage.
Advantage.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Advantage, you never take the one. Disadvantage, you always have to take the one.
Yeah. Right. Yes, you miss. I mean, like, so you stumble forwards. You've been spun round. You stumble forward. Your mace hand goes out. I mean, you completely just miscalculate again. Sails right over Gorrus's bottom. He is still arse up, face down, prone in front of you. Farven?
Don't dream. Dreaming I'm on a very dangerous toilet.
So at this point, in fact, Ramto runs up and stands on Gorrus's back, facing towards Sotru.
My valiant protector! My soon-to-be former valiant protector!
No, my stone friend, no, leave him alone, it's Gorrus!
But only you understand that.
Of course,
So,
yeah.
So you just
But
hear,
I wouldn't anyway,
you hear
I'm in a rage.
snuffle, and Farven, it's your turn.
Well, not much I can do here. See you guys later. Looks like you've got a lot to settle. Just Sodru, snap out of it. I'm trying to appeal to your better senses. We're your friends.
Is that a intimidation, a persuasion?
A persuasion. Yes. Let me try and persuade him. 15 plus 2, 17.
Okay.
What's his rage stat? He has to
His
roll.
charisma is 8, so he's easily convinced of stuff.
So it's a -1 on your charisma, so roll a d20.
15.
-1, 14.
Oh, fuck for that!
So you take a pause, Sotru, and you use that opportunity to collect your senses. You wake up from this slumber, and you are looking at... well, you're looking at Gorrus's bum and a pig standing on his back looking up at you, snuffling at you.
Okay. And I've that's convinced me to come out of the rage as well.
Unless you want to continue.
Well, no. I just
Yeah, no. So you've heard Farven, and you are amenable to being talked to now. You don't feel that intense anger and upsetness that you had before.
so Sotru will be
Which was obviously born out of fear, not
Sure.
real anger.
Yeah.
It's anger from fear.
Yeah. So he'll be shaking quite violently.
Like a Polaroid picture.
Yeah. So he in front of him would be Gorrus's bottom and
The pig standing on his
the
back.
pig,
Yeah.
and also next to him the troll.
Yeah, the troll.
I mean, lying on the floor. But
the troll sort of lying on the floor.
How much of a movement is it to get to the troll?
A movement. They're both within attacking distance. In front of
Okay,
you.
so Sotru gets a bit of clarity, kind of looks around a little bit shakily, again, like shaking violently, and then he homes in on the troll.
Yep.
And kind of rumbles,
Yep.
danger, and then goes and attacks the troll's face.
Wait, Sodru, wait before you do. We'll wake him. Let's gently roll him off the cliff.
I've done it.
I've already moved.
Well, I know, but I only use persuasion my turn. Maybe I can try and.
Oh, do you want to try? Oh, would that count?
Yeah, so you could prep an action to stand in front of it if you want.
Okay, let's just roll it gently off the cliff.
Are you doing a persuasion?
Yes.
Well, you can't do two persuasions in the same turn.
Oh, so would it still?
So roll initiative and we'll see how this, because you're going back into combat. So roll your
Yeah.
initiative.
And I'd still be.
Oh, 3. Good.
Go on, Robin.
5.
What's your initiative bonuses?
+1. Hopefully he's got
He's got
minus
higher
2.
now, he's got the higher deck.
I've got 1 initiative.
Good.
So
Well,
you're attacking the troll.
Yeah, in the face.
Okay, roll it.
This is all happening next to
where's
Gorrus's
that
bottom.
coming from?
Yes.
18.
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, that's a hit. Yeah, because you're
You might as well
plus.
do reckless attacks, let's be honest, and roll another dice in case you get a 20.
Yeah.
Because the troll's not attacking you back at the moment.
5. I'm going to stick with the 18.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, roll your damage.
Okay. And it's going to be his spiked fist.
Yep.
That's going to go into. Oh, actually, no, that's not true because I think I had cannonball hand actually attached.
Ah, yes,
So
you
actually-
had cannonball
So
hand.
it's blunt damage.
Yeah. So I'm okay. 1d8 plus 3. So
Roll
I'm
it.
going to 7 plus 3, 10.
Okay. Right, so you step up and you bring this balled fist down towards the troll's head. You impact it, but this thing seems hard. So you've definitely done some damage there. But this troll sort of just does a hiccup in his sleep, and you can see him starting very slowly to stir, but definitely still not with it. But you've done some damage there. Yeah, that's right. And in fact, you can see a little bit of a pool of sick, and there's blood in the sick on the floor in front of him as that comes down.
Sodru, we're never going to kill him before he wakes up. We've got to roll him off the cliff. Just get him away from us.
Are you rolling persuasion?
Yes, well, it's obvious, but yes, fine.
I need to be persuasive.
17 plus
that's
2,
pretty
19.
that's pretty persuasive.
Same deal.
Gently
Roll your
him.
charisma again. Well, it depends whether you
2
want to listen to him or not.
I think that's pretty persuasive.
Okay.
And also, by this point, I've had a bit of time to calm down a little bit. And I vented a little bit of my anger by smashing him in the face while he's on the floor. So I kind of, Sotru kind of looks, still shaking violently, looks at Farven, his eyes
So they were red.
are now going to be yellow, which is sad. I'm not confused.
Do you realise you tried to attack Gorrus?
No, I haven't realised that yet. It's all happened quite quickly.
Okay.
I've kind of heard what you've said. And how far away is the cliff edge? Are we near a cliff edge? So you
Yeah,
mentioned...
relatively close. You're about a movement away. It'd be-
Okay. I'm assuming I wouldn't be able to pick up the troll, so it would be essentially
Not
rolling.
on your own.
Okay.
So there was a strong character nearby. Well, we just need to his bottom.
So I was so Sotru turns to Farven. Okay, Farven, and we'll start moving to roll the troll off the cliff.
Yeah?
I think Gorrus will need to help with this, but I don't know how to get him up, really. I think I need to smash that pellet that's inside his bum. I mean...
I would like to say that this is a problem of your own making.
Yeah, Gorrus.
I mean, you still have one tablet, by the way.
I still have 2 tablets, but I don't know if it's worth burning one of those when he's already had one.
So you had 3 tablets. You've put one in
I've
Sotru.
had 4.
No, I made a
Changed
mistake.
it.
This,
Okay, 3.
I was thinking of
I
So
think the last one's for you.
Right. So I've got 1 tablet left.
you got 2. Oh yes, you got 1 tablet left.
There were 2 tablets in existence. One is not in your possession. I've got that.
This tablet is too important. I'm sorry. I'll walk over to Gorrus and I'll get my quarterstaff out and I'll start whacking him on the bum.
On the bum or on?
No,
I mean, we'll see if that works.
Okay, so you're spanking him basically with your
Yes.
quarter stuff, right? Are you intending? How hard are you hitting him?
Well, quite hard to burst the tablet.
Right, roll a d4.
that is not me.
Well, you're being hit with a quarterstaff.
2.
Yeah, 2.
Okay, take 1 damage, halving it.
Take 1 erotic
How
damage.
hard was it for it to break it when it was in his mouth?
It was 2 stone jaws coming down on that.
Yeah.
Right.
I've got a lot of flubber to get through.
I mean, there is
Jackie,
that liquid barrier around it now.
Right. And with that, a little wisp of something comes
Oh, not again, Gorrus!
out of the sort of
But what about the tablet?
bottom area, and Gorrus, you come around a lot quicker. It's almost like your initiative has been massively affected by the amount of stuff that Farven rubbed in your face. And you wake up face down on the floor with your trousers down, and you can feel someone an animal standing on your back.
Oh no, Mr. Troll, don't do that! I'm sorry, Mr. Troll! I thought you wanted to eat me! This is unacceptable!
What would Gorrus say?
Well, like, I'm not worried about the homosexuality of this, but this is like, against my will!
So with that, Ramto sort of slides off you and and sort of rolls on the floor and comes up and he starts snuffling your face. I don't know whether you've got animal talk on or not.
Get my trousers off! Ramto, this is not acceptable. This is not the time.
Is animal talk on or not?
No, animal talk is off right now.
You hear snuffle, snuffle, snuffle.
Well, turn animal talk on. Ramto, what did you do?
They're plotting against you, my friend. Farven pulled your trousers down, shoved something in your bottom, and then, and I still can't believe it, Sotru tried to hit you.
I spin around and jump to my feet, but I might make an acrobatics check for my trousers still down.
You can if you want, yeah.
I think that's fair. 13.
You managed to do it, in fact, with quite panache, actually.
Plus 4, so acrobatics.
Yeah, you managed to do it quite well. You spin
Right.
around.
Father, what did you put up my bottom? This is like prank week at university again. I didn't even want to join the rugby team.
What? They didn't let you in, did they?
No,
They just pranked you.
I let something in.
Well, well, we actually met the person of interest in our investigation.
We met Uma.
Yes, I did, but you didn't seem to participate much in the conversation.
Why was I asleep?
I think she used her magic to put you asleep.
Where's the throw gun?
He's just over there. Sorry's trying to roll him off a cliff.
Oh right, I ran over. I put myself up. Hang on, why did you put that in my bottom?
We'll get to that later.
Oh, alright, I guess I'll find out later.
Okay, so the three of you and Ram...
Is, looking at the cliff, is it like high enough that this seems like lethal?
No, it's the same distance. Well, it depends. The one near you is the same distance that you climbed up, so it's
Right,
about
so
2 movements.
Can I have a look around and see if there's like a higher bit where there's going to be a bigger drop?
Yeah.
Because he didn't die last time, this just annoyed him.
Yeah.
And he seems to be able to track us down via smell.
Okay, yep. So you would have to carry him or drag him or roll him uphill a bit further, which would be more difficult, but there would be a more sheer cliff face there, which would be about 3 or 4 times the height of this drop. And it would be towards a wooded area.
I'm more than, I think that's sensible if
Yeah.
you can try and kill him in one.
So at least that'll get him away from us, really. Yeah, okay.
I'm going to use a... Oh, no, I don't... Oh, yeah. I'm going to cantrip to help, so I'll just start pushing.
Okay, strength roll from all of you.
21.
Because I assume you're just dragging, are you? Or...
21.
Yep. Okay.
Well, Gorrus is
Way
going
up.
pushing, feet, like my big froggy feet in the back and pushing forward with a big froggy push.
So you're okay.
18.
18?
Oh, I wouldn't be pushing.
Would Jeebus be helping?
Yeah, Jeeves would be.
Right, okay. You can roll one with disadvantage for him then.
Well, he's got a strength of 2, so it's be -8.
Okay, then I'll just add that
Is
on.
it
You don't
strength of 2, or is it +2 for his strength?
strength of 2. So he's remarkably weak.
17.
On the disadvantage?
Well, why is it got disadvantage?
Because his strength is 2.
Yeah, so
And I can't really be bothered to work out exactly what that means in terms of... I feel that that's probably
13.
13.
This is
Okay.
-8, isn't it?
Okay, yeah. So what was your original one?
17.
17 minus 8.
Yeah.
So fine.
Yep, okay. So you manage to push and drag the troll. You've got about halfway at this point up the slope.
I've never been this close to a troll before. It's bloody ghastly.
So looking at it closely, you remember that of the attacks you did, at one point it had a properly broken leg. And looking down at its leg, you can see almost like a light scar where you think perhaps the bone had poked out a bit. But it's almost entirely healed now.
Yeah, this bastard keeps on healing. We need to just set him on fire, I think.
And his upper left area, I think it was, where the flaming sheep had been thrown at him, you can see a patch of scar tissue that doesn't appear to have healed properly and appears to have be healing at a much reduced rate.
Do I have...
As you're pushing up the hill, this is taking a bit more time, and you can start to feel some sort of, like he's starting to come round.
Let's see. Is his eyes open?
No, not yet.
Okay, I'm waiting by the head for his eyes to open.
Okay. Right. Strength check from all of you again, then? Or the 2 of you, and...
11.
Come on, Jeebus.
10.
That was too quick.
I assumed it stopped rolling, but Father picked up as soon as it had, like, bang, that's it. So I think it was 10 overall.
Okay.
20. Jeebus got a 6, that's -2. He's actively dragging him the wrong way.
Right. Stop, Roo.
I got 11.
Oh, you got 11? Okay. Yeah. You move him a bit further up there, but it doesn't seem to be working quite there. Ramto
You
comes
guys
over.
are slowing down, hurry up! You should be speeding up, not
Have you still
slowing
got
down.
animal talk on?
Yes.
Ramto says to you, tie a rope round me, I'll pull him up and over the edge.
Just put it with your nose.
Okay, if you think that's best.
Yeah, you're not.
I am Ramto!
I don't fuck off. I'm going to do something right now. Oh, are the 2 horses turned up?
Yes, so they are nearby, yep, further down.
Okay, loop a rope around them and tie.
So you call them over, they canter over.
Right, guys, come on over.
As they get nearer to the troll, though, they sort of start backing off and they don't appear to want to go near it.
Gorrus explains to them we're getting rid of the troll.
Okay, yeah, go up the far end away from the troll, and I've got 50 feet of rope.
Oh, but he killed Punata! Oh,
He did. We're not happy about this. We're getting him off the cliff.
oh, I think you're going to have to persuade me.
I've got really great persuasion.
Or animal, either one, whichever one, animal or persuasion.
17.
Oh, well, if you think that's best, I can't actually remember what Jeffrey's...
Pilgrim, Jeffrey.
Yeah, I know, I can't remember what their voices were, though. If you think that's best, then okay, we'll do that.
Well, I think that was one of them. I think that's Pilgrim.
Yeah, possibly.
Flash may have had that voice. Ace, whatever it's called. Right, tie the rope round the troll. They're going to drag as well, like sort of plough horses.
Okay. Yep. Right, you do that, and you move it to troll, and he's pretty much on the edge now. As he gets to the edge, Farven, you notice his eyes. So this is literally on the edge. His eyes bink open.
Hypnotic gaze! Look at my eyes! Not around the eyes, but into the eyes!
If it's into the face.
Yes, he's got to do a saving roll.
Okay. Against 15.
Yes. His intelligence, his wisdom.
Ooh, it's going to be close.
Ruffle.
It's going to be close.
Ruffle over there.
I can't find his stats.
Ruffle Grand. I've run out of ruffles.
Whoa.
Russell Howard!
It's close.
Yeah.
He looks up at you and his eyes go to clarity and then appear to mist over.
Right! I think I've dazed him with my eyes!
Right, Gorrus takes a 30-foot jump backwards,
Okay.
leaps in the air, and goes for a double-footed drop kick to kick him off the edge.
Okay, yep, roll it.
Final self. Oh, these are all D12. 20!
Okay, just before we roll that, I have to ask at this point, are the horses still connected to him?
Yes, they are.
Definitely.
Yep. Okay, better start rolling that 20 then.
What I roll with? There's no stats for double footed
No, roll it for the percentage, because you're kicking, like, I want to see it, because it's a 20.
Okay, so it is something 0,
I think.
20.
Okay.
Just full power. Not anything special.
So you missile dropkick. It's cold. It's icy up here. The sun's beautifully setting. There's a little bit of sort of frosty mist coming up.
The silhouette of me doing it was
Yeah,
amazing.
this is kind of like it's just like you could freeze frame.
Crossing the sun.
There's a silhouette as you come down and you hit directly into his stomach, and you hear this whoomph, and you see Farven as you're looking into his eyes go mistiness to clarity as he has that sort of like Roadrunner moment where he's hanging in the air off the side of the cliff, and he drops, and it's a big drop. This is quite some way down. Before you were looking at sort of 20 foot. This is 3 to 4 times out. You're looking at 60 to 80 foot. This guy's falling into a wooded area below, and as he falls, you see the ropes fan out and then suddenly drag the 2 horses with them over the side of the cliff.
Can I try and shoot chill touch at the rope?
Ooh, yes, you can. Yes. Go on then. I'll give you yes.
Yes.
But the horses have been dragged along the floor towards the edge. So, yeah.
Fuck off.
Oh, I got 40.
Yeah, that's a D.
A what?
That's a D10. That's a percentage dice.
15 plus 5.
And this is to hit.
Hit the rope or anywhere near the rope.
So I'm going to say that with that you can hit one of the ropes because I assume there's 2 ropes.
Oh yeah. I think that's fair.
So which one are you going for?
Whichever one's closest.
No, they're equal. The ropes are very close to each other. So it's Jeffrey or Pilgrim.
I'll go for Pilgrim.
You fire Chill Touch out towards the rope. It crystallizes white all the way up the rope, and as it sort of drags along the edge of it, you just hear a tink and a snap as the rope snaps. Jeffrey is pulled past Pilgrim, and you see the horse sort of in terrible fear being dragged towards the edge. I don't think that you would be within range, Sotru, to do anything at this
think
point.
I would have been at the feet. So.
And as...
Have you got a javelin left?
I think I have a couple of javelins.
Yeah, I meant for Jeffrey.
I'm not sure I would be
To be fair,
killing the animals.
That's a long drop.
So you see, and as you're at the edge, Farven, you see the troll falling downwards with its arms outstretched as a horse appears to be falling directly towards it, tied towards it, and you see a cloud of dust and a tree sort of branches break, and you hear silence in the bottom of this ravine.
Oh, at least I managed to save Jeffrey, Gorrus. That's Jeffrey, right?
I turn an animal talk with them and I go, I am so sorry.
And with that, I think we will end the episode. Thank you for listening.
The Formal Gamer, podcast for those with exquisite taste.